acceptable. Because you're wasting your time. No matter how good it sounds, people say, I feel it in my soul. You feel the sin in your soul. Because this person is a sinner. Kirk Franklin, up in there, addicted to porn. I don't know, he might be a homosexual too. He loves to sing. He loves to sing. Kirk Franklin, man, that's old stuff, man. He been, that's old news, man. He been doing that since the 90s, man. But I think he's a little short pervert too, about that tall, a little short fellow. But he loved praising Jesus. I think he a choir director, did that for years and years, you know. And Most High ain't hearing his prayers. I think he even wear the lip gloss, get them shine when he praising, you know, the Most High. Get them. Okay. 1 Peter chapter 4:15. 1 Peter chapter 4:15. Let me get to it. 1 Peter chapter 4:15. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other man's matters. So people like this who engage this stuff, they love to say they suffering. They love, I mean, you know, if I could be a Joel Osteen, you know what I'm saying? Because Joel Osteen like to help people too. Oh, what's your problem? Okay. Are you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments? No, that's your problem. God be with you, peace be with you. What's your problem? Are you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments? No? Okay, I got it for you. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Everybody who got problem is they don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Oh man, I got issues in my marriage, you know what I'm saying? I committed a little adultery. Well, that's your problem, right there. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I got a problem. My children don't like me. Why you children? I abused them. Well, that's your problem. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments. I got a problem with lust. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want a wife. I know I want a woman, but I just don't know how to do it. The law says get married if you burn it. There's your fix. There you go. What's your problem? Who's next? Next, brother. You got a problem? What's next? Oh man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you always pray, keep faithful. You know what I'm saying? Keep the faith. You know what I'm saying? The scripture say better enter Maine into the kingdom than whole. You know what I'm saying? Most High gives you new knees. You know what I'm saying? Or subdue the pain. You know that too. All right, now we're gonna go to. So that anybody coming to you any problems, man, just tell them, man, what's your problem? What's your problem? Keep the commandments. They'll fix you right up, man. Fix you right up. Your wife don't like you? The scripture say, love thy wife. I bet you if you keep commandments, she'll like you. Your husband don't like you? Be a virtuous woman. I bet she'll like you. I bet he like you. And if he is doing you wrong, I bet the Most High discipline. I bet he will. I bet he will. You know? What's your problem?
Alright. See, one more to that too, man. Which I never thought. I just did it just, you know what I'm saying, just for we see what would happen. Fasting, man. You'd be surprised how good it is. You know what I'm saying? The 3 meals a day, that's just commercial. You'd be surprised. Yeah. But you see when the scripture says something, you're like, man, you know what I'm saying? When you try it, you're like, that's what he was talking about.
That's right. You
know, a lot of people's medical problems, they can tell you, know, I've been medical background for a while. They're just facts. A lot of their problems are cleared up right there.
And that's a law. The Hebrew Israelites had appointed days where they were commanded to fast. You know, so even Christ said, you know, if you got a demon that can't get off you, fast. That's your problem. You know, so everything your problem is in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You lack wisdom, pray. You know. I'll go to Isaiah 66:4. So we understand you don't want to suffer as a sinner. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in this particular complaining. It's one thing in verse 16 to say, if any man suffer, let him suffer as a Christian. That's different than suffering as a sinner. You know, because you're suffering because you're outside of the confinements of the Most High, and bombs are going off all over the place, and you're in the STD clinic because you're outside of the law. Isaiah chapter 66, 44. Pastor, that's you? I'm picking up this prescription for somebody. One of the members.
Not you, Pastor. Didn't get you, Pastor.
Yeah. Over there line, I'm here ministering to the sick guy. Pastor Jenkins, your medicine right here. Oh boy, man, I just leave it alone, me myself, man. I just leave it alone, man. This is Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 4. Mm-hmm. This is the Most High, I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I call, and the only time the Most High will judge somebody, He always gives you the wake-up call first. Always, because it has to be blameless judgment. You can't come to Him and say, but I didn't. No. Right here. Even if it's just for a moment. The homeless guy on the street corner, hey, you shouldn't commit adultery. He go back to sleep. He just woke up for one moment to tell you shouldn't commit adultery. You know what I'm saying? That was your wake-up call. That was it. You know what I'm saying? On your way to the hotel, man. You know, that was your wake-up call. That was your wake-up call. I also will choose their delusions, and I will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before mine eyes, and choose the end which choose that in which I delight not. And what does the Most High delight not? When you go outside of the laws, statutes, and commandments. It's very simple. It's not some mystical mystery that I gotta go pay Joel Osteen $2,000 an hour to minister unto me, or go read a book. It's very simple. You're outside of His laws, statutes, and commandments. You're not in His will. Very simple. Very simple. All right, now we're going to go to, and He's going to bring pain to you. This is the opposite side of it. You know, He's telling you He's going to send your fears upon you. You worship the creature more than the Creator. Well, He might give that person a severe case of cancer, and they'll fade away in front of you. Your idol is dying in front of you. You worship your children. Well, Bobby just got incorporated yesterday. Bobby gone. You know, your job that you covet so much. Oh, where would I be without this job? Well, they laying off people, and they start with you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they don't wait to get to you.
You know? So,
wow.
The Most High is going after what you value. He's going after your head.
Because you hurt.
Just like He did with David. David loved that boy. Didn't never even meet that boy. You know what I'm saying? Didn't see that boy breathe a breath of life. But he knew.
7 days.
But the Most High say, no, David.
Yeah.
You crossed the line.
Right.
You went outside of my parameters. And now, unfortunately, I got to do this, and you got to pay.
You brought occasion to the enemy.
Mm-hmm. And the Most High didn't want to do that. I mean, David was David. I mean, that's David. You know what I'm saying? David wasn't just nobody. David was David.
That's right.
A man after the Most High own heart.
Yes.
That was a special person.
Yes.
Through his seed line came the Savior.
Yeah, yes.
This was a special person. So best believe, you know, the Most High was probably punching the wall in here. I can't believe, man. You know, this was a special person. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't Achan. You know what I'm saying? You know, I knew he was gonna be up to no good when I made him, man. I knew he was gonna do something bad. You know, this was David. All right, Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 5 to 17. Jeremiah chapter 7, 5 to 17. 5 to 17. Jeremiah chapter 7, 5 to 17. For if ye thoroughly amend your ways and your doings, if ye thoroughly execute judgment between a man and his neighbor, this is the right one. I will send evil and wicked. I will send evil to the wicked. The children gather wood, even I will cast you. Therefore Yeah, okay. For if ye thoroughly amend your ways and your doings, if ye thoroughly execute judgment between a man and his neighbor, if ye oppress not the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow, and shed not innocent blood in this place, neither walk after other gods to your hurt, then will I cause you to dwell in the place, in the land that I gave to your fathers, for ever and ever. Behold, ye trust in lying words, and ye trust in lying words that cannot profit you. Satan is lying to you every single day. Satan went to Eve. Satan went to one-third of the angels and just spoke lies. So they went outside of the Most High law, statutes, and confinement into safety, and they had to pay, even still to this day. I'm sure Eve cried every day. I mean, I'm not even joking. Just like the scriptures say, Sarah, in the New Testament says Sarah weeping for her children. Sarah up in there weeping for her children. This ain't no, you seeing a bunch of people dying left and right, murdered everywhere. Will ye still murder and commit adultery, and swear falsely, and burn incense unto Baal, and walk after other gods whom ye know not, and come and stand before me in this house? Every single week, people do this. Every single week. They worship the devil 6 days out the week. No, excuse me, they worship the devil 6.5 days out the week, because they only giving the Most High a little bit of time on that day.
Why?
They even double my eye. It's not even that day. That's half. They give
1 hour.
Oh, okay, 1 hour. Okay, fine. 1 hour, man. So in 23 hours, 23 hours, 6 hours and 23 hours is to say that you got 1 hour for y'all. You hurry up, y'all. I gotta go, man. If it ain't no singing and dancing, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear no word. I don't want to hear this. I just want to hear sweet baby Jesus. Okay. Will you still murder and commit adultery, and swear falsely, and burn incense unto Baal, and walk after other gods whom ye know not, and come and stand before me in this house, which is called by my name, and say, we are delivered to do all these abominations? This is the same spirit right here to this day. I can sin, and I can sin, and I'll just plead the blood of Jesus, and I'll sin, and I'll sin, and I'll sin, and I'll sin. The same people doing the same thing. That's why the scriptures say, ye are of the children that killed the prophets. You are them. Is this house which is called by my name become a den of robbers in your eyes? Behold, even I have seen it, said Yah. But go ye now unto my place, which was in Shaul, where I set my name at the first, and see what I did to it for the wickedness of my people Israel. So the Most High is threatening us right now. Think I'm playing with you? I will kill you. Go to this moment that I did it. And now, because ye have done all these works, said Yah, and I spake unto you, rising up early and speaking, but ye heard not. And I called you, but ye answered not. Therefore I will do unto this house which is called by my name, wherein ye trust, and unto the place which I gave to you and your fathers, and have done to Shaul. And I will cast you out of my sight, and I will cast out all your brethren, even the whole seed of Ephraim. Therefore pray not thou for this people. Man, boy, didn't the scripture say, pray ye all times without cease? And the Most High say, man, shut up. Don't pray to me. I don't want to hear. You're so much outside of the confinements of my will, I don't want to hear your voice. You understand? People don't know this. People don't. All they know is sweet baby Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus. That's it. They don't know him. I'm telling you, man.
They said Tanakh's no use to them.
I mean, this is in the New Testament too. Just like we went to Luke 6:46. Christ said, why you call me Lord, Lord, but do none of my commandments? I don't know you. That's why on judgment that day when he separated the goats from the sheep, many say, Lord, Lord, have we not done this? He gonna say, get away from me, you worker of iniquity. Get away. Therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear them. For I will not hear thee. Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah? Yah said, do you see how disgusting they are? They are so outside of the borders of the parameter of my will. It's disgusting. Jeremiah, look. He telling Jeremiah, look at what they're doing. Of Judah and in the street of Jerusalem, the children gather wood and the fathers kindle the fire. They got everybody in. Little Bobby, go get the wood so we can sacrifice to the gods. You're destroying whole generations here. Your whole seed is being destroyed. The children gather wood and the fathers kindle a fire and the women knead the dough. That bread almost done, baby? Yes, it's almost done. It's almost ready to be sacrificed to the other gods. And the little boy saying, Mommy, can I help? And the women need their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. And this is to Jeremiah 17, so that was that right there, you know. So the Most High is letting them know, man, when you're so far outside of the Most High law, statutes, and commandments, His obedience, that you need to be obedient, He don't want to hear your prayers, man. You have to do a lot of, just like Mary Magdalene when she went to Christ's feet. Look, I'm sorry. I'm low. You putting on some sackcloth, you know what I'm saying? You throwing some dust on your head. You doing the whole shebang. You doing the whole shebang. Just can I have a moment of your time? You know what I'm saying? Like, them guys be begging their women to come back. Look, baby, just a moment, just one moment. That's what you about to be doing to y'all. You know, y'all do one moment.
Well, that's a good one.
30 seconds. That's all you need. 30 seconds. Please. That's what you need to be doing to y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love you. That's what you need to be doing to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Look, you got one more minute. You got one, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta do to come back to the Most High. He wants complete, repentance. He wants to see it in every bit of fiber in you that you're repented of this, because you were so wicked. You just didn't steal a lollipop. I mean, you up in there worshiping the devil. You know what I'm saying? You're very far out of his parameters. Yes. And that's why he say, I'm jealous. The Most High is straight up looking, man, I'm jealous. You know what I'm saying? What's mine is mine, and I want nobody else to have it. Just like a pack of lions. You can't come up to a lion's pride. They're going to kill you. That's the same. I thought Yahushua was the mighty lion of Judah. You come up to his pack trying to take his, yeah, he's going to be jealous and he might kill you. It is what it is. And just like somebody, if you got a wife, somebody come up to your wife, hey, baby, you going to be like, where my gun at? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your problem, man?
Yeah, what's up, man?
If we feel this way, just imagine Yah. You know what I'm saying? All right, now we're going to go to Numbers chapter 25, 1 to 9. We're going to talk about some examples now. Numbers chapter 25, 1 to 9. Numbers chapter 25, 1 to 9. And Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. And they called the people unto the sacrifice of their gods. And the people did eat, and bowed down their gods. Bowed down to their gods. I mean, this is just, what is wrong with you here? Not only did you eat of it, okay, you might have a morsel of it, excuse man, but The food was there. But once you get on your knees and bow down, what are you doing? And that's inexcusable. That's completely outside of the confinement. There's no argument for that. There's no argument for that. And Israel joined himself with Baal-Peor. And the anger of Yah was kindled against Israel. And Yah said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people and hang them up before Yah against the sun, that the fierce anger of Yah may be turned away from Israel. And Moses said unto the judges of Israel, slay, kill ye every one his man that were joined unto Baal-Peor. And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses, and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. So in the midst of people getting hanged, judgment coming down, old dude come like, hey man, I got me one of these shorties out here, man. She bad though. She bad though. She worships the devil. But she fine though. She fine though, man. Hey. Moses was done. Watch about that happen. And in the sight of the crowd, and weeping as you're mourning, this person do some crazy. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand, and he went after the man of Israel into the tent, and thrust both of them through the man of Israel and the woman through her belly. So the great evil was stayed from the children of Israel. See what happened when you went outside the confinements of the law, statutes, and commandments? While you going in there to fornicate, somebody coming in the tent with a javelin about to kill you in there. And the Most High going to say, I was about to kill everybody. That these people was about to bring the Most High fierce anger, because it's one spot that's in the garments, in the house. It's just going to, the Most High is like a OCD, clean. A clean person. I need it to be clean or I'm burning everything. You know? So when you put sin in the congregation, the Most High like, take care of it, or I'm going to take care of it. If I take care of it, multiple people about to die. Just like with Achan and with Joshua. It just wasn't, Achan was the last person who died, him and his family. When they went to war, because of what Achan did, thousands died because of that. Okay, now we're going to go to Deuteronomy 17, 1-7. Deuteronomy chapter 17, 1-7. Deuteronomy chapter 17, 1-7. Thou shalt not sacrifice unto Yah any bullock or sheep wherein is blemish or any evil favoredness, for that is an abomination unto Yah thy Elohim. If there be found among you within any of the gates which Yah giveth thee, man or women that have wrought wickedness in the sight of Yah, in transgressing his commandment, in transgression outside of his ordained laws, statutes, and commandments, and have gone and served other gods and worshipped them, either the sun or the moon, or any of the host of heaven, which I have not commanded, and it be told thee, and thou hast heard of it, and inquired diligently. And this is a side note, before you convict somebody, make sure you do your due diligence to make sure you come to the truth before all men, because you don't want to judge somebody, and that could just be mistreating somebody, or, putting somebody out until you get to the root of the truth, And it be told thee, and thou hast heard of it, and inquired diligently, and behold, it be true, and the thing certain, that such abomination is wrought in Israel, then shalt thou bring forth that man or that woman. So this is, if you're a woman, you can get it. If you're a man, you can get it. Which have committed that wickedness thing unto thy gates, even that man or that woman, and shalt stone them with stones till they die at thee. And some Israelites hard-headed. You won't die. Your head's so hard. You're hard-headed. Okay. At the mouth of two witnesses, at the mouth of two witnesses or three witnesses shall he that is worthy of death be put to death. But at the mouth of one witness he shall not be put to death. The hand of the wickedness shall be first. The hand of the witness shall be first to put him to death, and afterward the hands of the people. So thou shalt put the evil away from among you. So again, this is a serious thing. When somebody's operating outside the confinements of the law, statutes, and commandments, they're going to affect you too. So it's just not like they going to be afflicted. They got STDs, man. They about to come take you too. Dude, they about to spread the plague of wickedness. And you got a choice. Put them out, and obviously can't put nobody to death right now, but put them out, hey man, you can't come back, you got to go repent, you need to go get yourself together before you come back into the camp. That's what it is with Israel. That's why Miriam, when she was unclean, when sin was found in her, and she was cursed, she had to be put outside of the camp for a certain amount of time before she could re-enter the camp. You know what I'm saying? So, and some people was even longer than that, you know what I'm saying? Or you were put to death. But right now you can't put nobody to death, but you can put somebody out of the congregation. Now we'll go to Acts chapter 5, 1 to 11. Acts chapter 5, 1 to 11. Acts chapter 5, 1 to 11. But a certain man named Ananias with Sapphira, his wife, sold a possession and kept back a part of, and kept back part of the price. His wife also being privy to it, she was right there, her husband did the wickedness, but she wasn't saying nothing. Right. I'm down with you, baby.
She was loyal.
To the Lord, no. She was loyal to the devil.
She was loyal to her husband and the devil.
His wife also being privy to, now this is not a good woman. I want a woman like this, man.
I don't want her either.
I want to, if I'm doing some wickedness, hey, dude, you can't be doing that. That's not right. Right. Thank you. You can save my soul. Because the Most High surely is about to come kill me. Like he about to do here.
Right.
Being privy to it, and bought a certain port and laid it at the apostles' feet. Boy, that's some dirty stuff. Like, yeah, man, it's all right there, man. Praise Jesus, man. Praise him. Boy, they no good. They dirty. But Peter said, and boy, as soon as they did it, but Peter said, Ananias, why hath Satan filled thine heart to lie to the Holy Spirit and to keep back part of the price of the land? While it remained, was it not thine own? And after it was sold, was it not in thine own power? Hey man, this was yours, man. This is your money. What you gonna do with it? You let the Most High know. I'm gonna give you this, Most High, I'm gonna give you that. But once you made a covenant or a commitment and it came out of your mouth, you know what I'm saying? You gonna be held to that. While it remained, was it not in thine own? And after it was sold, was it not in thine own power? Why hast thou conceived this thing in thine heart? Thou hast not lied unto me, but unto Yah. So he looking at Ananias in that face like, man, you think you lied to me through this at my feet? Nah, you lied to the Most High through Christ. You got a whole nother world of problems here, Ananias. And Ananias, hearing these words, fell down and gave up the spirit. And great fear came on all them that heard these things. And the young man arose, wound him up, and carried him out, and buried him. And it was about the space of 3 hours after. So she went to the store, to the market. She probably used some of that money. She probably got her some oils, some nice food. Yeah, we just sold out. We got some money. But there was some nice oils. And it was about the space of 3 hours when his wife, not knowing what was done, came in. And Peter answered unto her, Tell me whether ye sold the land for so much. And she said, Yea. You see that's the wise is capital right there. She had some enthusiasm with that. Yay! No doubt, Yeah, I did. For so much. Then Peter said unto her, How is it that ye have agreed together to tempt the Spirit of the Most High? Behold, the feet of them which have buried thy husband are at the door, and shall carry thee out. Then fell she down straightway at his feet, and yielded up the spirit. And the young men came in, and found her dead, and carrying her forth, buried her by her husband. And great fear came upon all the church, and upon as many as heard these things. So they went out the confinements of the law, statutes, and commandments. What is right here? Thou shalt not lie. She lied. Not only did she lie, she lied to the Most High. Big mistake. Big mistake. This ain't just your regular old brother, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I sold it. Yeah, I got $50 in the fight, you know what I'm saying? This is a whole different ball game right here, man. You lied to the Most High through Christ, and they died for that because they were outside of the confinements of the Most High. Now we're going to go to the ending part of this, and I want to show this to just give you even more. About the traps when you're outside of the will of the Most High. So we understand about being in the will of the Most High, man. You can go anywhere you want to go and you're good, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, you have all the sex with your wife. You can go have all the time with your children that you want. You can go take your blessings and do what you want with them in righteousness. As long as you're in confinement, you can have a joyous life. You know what I'm saying? Psalms of Solomon, Proverbs 31. Be fruitful and multiply. Have you ride upon the high places of the earth. There you go. How do you ride on the high places? In the confinements of the law, statutes, and commandments. But when you go outside of them, when you go outside of the confinements of the law, boom. 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 Anybody to tell you sinning is okay, that you can commit adultery, that it's okay to lie, they are lying to you, and Satan is laughing at you. Because everywhere you go outside of the law, statutes, and commandments, death is there waiting for you. If you're just going to die, it's going to happen over and over and over and over again. You're going to die. You're going to pay the price. So just might as well just stay in the confinements of safety.
Right.
Live according to the law, statutes, and commandments, because they're a light to their lamp of life, a light to your life. And if you live in them, you're going to have a joyous life. You're going to have the Psalms 23, that you're going to be amongst your enemies, but you're going to be at peace in that confinement. But when you're outside of that confinement, obviously, if Joseph would have fornicated with that woman, bam. If Daniel would have fornicated with those two perverts, bam. If Daniel would have stopped praying to the Most High, bam. It's a no-win situation. It's literally the game's fixed. All right? And you're going to be ending on the game's fixed. Man. It's rigged. It's rigged. Because you're outside of the Most High's protection. Now we'll go to John 14 and I believe it's 13. Or John 14 and 13, I believe. John 14. John 14 and 15. John. Is right in between Acts and Luke. Not it's right after Luke. Go by Matthew. It's by Matthew.
Right before Romans.
Chapter 14, verse 15. Now, this is how you stay in the confinements of the Most High. You know, continue to reinforce this. If ye love me, keep my commandments. That's how you love the Most High. That's when your praise worship is acceptable. Even if you can't sing. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, Brother King. I was joking. I say even if you can't sing, if you're in the confinements of the Most High, your singing is acceptable to Him. It's pleasant to Him. You know what I'm saying? Now we'll go to Proverbs chapter 9, verse 10. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 10. Proverbs 9, verse 10. The fear of Yah is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy, is understanding. So, when you're understanding this and you're being wise, you're keeping His laws, statutes, and commandments, because not only do you have great respect for Him, but you're fearing the outside of the confinements of His laws, statutes, and commandments. Because when you go outside of His laws, statutes, and commandments, it's a different type of fear. You know, I'm afraid because the Most High is not with me no more. I'm afraid because this snake is biting me. I'm afraid that I got a plethora of STDs. I'm afraid that because I have 27 baby mothers because I couldn't stop fornicating and my check is 22 cents. I'm afraid. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Be afraid. Be afraid. And they trying to get that 22 cents. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Okay? But when you got to fear the fact that if you get outside of the law, statutes, and commandments, it's going to be a terrible thing. And you're going to be doing wrong to the Most High. You don't want to be in that situation when He's willing to do you right. Psalms chapter 119, 54 to 74. And I'll end on this. And this also goes back to, you know what I'm saying, this people who stay in the let's agree to disagree. We have to be cautious of that, because this is why the saints strove in the temples on a weekly basis with them to get to the truth. They didn't say, hey, okay, since you're hard-headed, or quote unquote, you know what I'm saying, I'm just going to let you or let the people stay in sin. Now it was a fight, man. Your blow, my blow. My verse, your verse. We got to get to the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because if we allow Satan to continue to just get away with that and not hold Satan accountable, that is working through other people and beguiling other people, that is going to be an easy way to say night. But Christ came to fight the fight, to endure the fight, to get in, like Rocky movie. He went 12 rounds with the Pharisees. He stayed in the fight, and he got the victory. But if he didn't stay into the fight and continue to strove according to knowledge and the Spirit, you know, Satan could get more people. So we have to fight the good fight, because Satan is all about getting people outside of the law, statutes, and commandments. And anything outside the law, statutes, and commandments is clearly, let's agree to disagree. Let's agree to disagree. Let's agree to disagree. No, the prophets didn't come here to do that. They came here to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, blood ain't on my hands, blood on your hands. I did my job. You know what I'm saying? Take up your problem with him now. My job's done. My job is done. You know what I'm saying? You know, I told them. They ain't want to listen. They ain't my problem. That is no longer my problem. Psalms 119, 54, 74 to 74. 54 to 74. Is this the right one? It can't be Psalms 119. Did I write this down? Commandments are 109. Oh man, I think I wrote that down wrong. Can't be. I think I wrote that down wrong. But dang it. I'll just end on this and just say that 119, 49 to 56. I wrote that down wrong. Remember the word unto thy servant. Unto, this is Psalms 119 to 49 to 56. 109, that's not it. No. Remember the word unto thy servant, which thou hast caused me to hope. This is my comfort in my affliction, for thy word hath quickened me. The proud have had me greatly in derision, yet have I not declined from thy law. No matter what, no matter how it looks, just like with Joseph, just like with Daniel, and I'm sure nobody in here will ever go through what Joseph went through. Most likely, you know what I'm saying? Susanna maybe. Daniel, I doubt maybe some dogs. Somebody put you in some place with some dogs, but lions, I doubt. The proud have had me greatly in derision, yet have I not declined from thy law. I remember thy judgments of old, O Yah, and have comforted myself. Horror hath taken hold upon me because of the wickedness that forsaketh thy law. Thy statutes have been my songs in the house of my pilgrims. I have remembered thy name, O Yah, in the night, and have kept thy law. This I had because I kept thy precepts. So, all this beautiful things that the Most High accepting about, suffering for righteous sake right here is because he's keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments no matter what. And again, the lesson is protection inside the law and sorrow outside of the law. So, all right, pray y'all got some edification and